Hi guys, my name is Keelan. I'm a current sophomore at Southwest, and it was really hard for me to understand that you're not gonna know everything. And I feel like that is something you really have to learn to comprehend. Like, it's okay that you don't know every answer to every question. It's okay that you don't need to perfect your essay skills the first time you write one. And it's okay to get a 70 instead of your normal 89. Like, that's just, this course is hard and it's made to challenge you. It's okay to not get that 100% correct, which at the beginning of the year was really hard for me. Like, our first test, I got like a 82, which isn't bad at all. In this course, that is great. That is a wonderful score. But like, for me at the time, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be here. And you really just need to like think to yourself, like, that's okay. Like, you don't need to know how to do every single little thing. And that to me was super encouraging. Like, you're gonna be stressed in this class, obviously, but you shouldn't put all your time and energy into that stress. Mr. Welly always uses that analogy of like, fight back, do something else. And that is some of the best advice I could give anyone about the stress and anxiety of this course. Anytime you're feeling that, like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing, read over your slideshows. Easy as that. Watch a video while you're brushing your teeth when you go to bed. Before you go to sleep at night, watch a 5-minute video. Like, just learning to adapt to the stressful situations is so hard. Because when you're in this course, you're usually someone that's pretty good at school. Like, you know that you usually get pretty good grades, you put a lot of effort into your grades, and you probably struggle to find your identity in them. And that's where a lot of people struggle in this course. It's because I'm going to say it again, you really need to know. It's okay to not know everything. And I personally, that like really changed towards the end of the year, because I always would stress if I got a lower score than I thought I was going to get. And I tried to teach myself, I was like, that's good. This course is hard. It's made to challenge you. So there's no point in wasting your energy being mad at yourself for not getting a 98. Like, obviously, yeah, some kids in this class are going to get 98s and it's going to make sense for them. But that doesn't mean it has to make sense for you. Just like any other class, it's okay to ask questions. Like, you may be really good at math and math works for you. And you go to math and you're the person getting like asked questions like, can you help me with this? But it's okay then to go to AP World and like have to ask someone for help. And personally, Mr. Welly is so good at answering questions whenever you have them and going to him and being like, I'm really struggling with this. And he will totally help you with it. He will make it easier for you to understand, if that makes sense. And it's just so encouraging to know that that stress and anxiety that you're having is so normal. When that like thought in your brain from the devil comes in your mind and says, hey, like, you don't know how to do this, you're going to do so bad on this test, you can't succumb to that. You can't become that feeling of disappointment and that feeling of I'm going to fail, because if you become that feeling, your test is going to reflect that. Versus if that thought comes into your brain and you train your mind to be like, no, I studied a lot, or I know some of these topics, I may not know others, but that's okay. Because this whole thing is about not knowing everything, and that's perfectly fine. And just knowing that it's okay not to know every single thing that's going to be on that test. And just knowing that your identity is not in your grades. At Southwest, it's so hard for us to get lost in that like feeling of, oh my gosh, I didn't get an A. Oh my gosh, I need to do better. I need to do this. And it's just like really hard for us to remember that it's okay not to be perfect in that situation, because you are not your grades. If you're taking this course and you're struggling a lot, that's okay. Like, it doesn't matter. Well, it matters, but like, it doesn't matter that you're struggling to your faith and to God, because no matter what, in times of stress, you always have Him. There's always someone next to you. And I feel like that also relieves so much stress and anxiety off your shoulders. And before you go into the test at the end of the year, you just have to remember, like, Mr. Welly has taught you everything that you need to know for this test. I thought I was going to be so much more stressed the day of. The night before, I didn't even study. I hung out with my family, watched probably Bridgerton, and sat in my bed and went to sleep, woke up the next morning, showered, got ready, went to the church. And just like that feeling of like with all your friends is so comforting. And just I guess my main point here, and this is kind of a long video, but the main point here is like, don't put all your energy and stress into those bad thoughts in your brain about you failing, because you aren't going to. And hey, you might fail a test. So what? Move on, next one, do better. Study a little more. Read an extra page. Learn from it. Change your essay skills. Improve your thesis. There's so many things you could do after you fail. You don't become that grade, you improve because of it. And I just feel like just learning that that is okay to be stressed and it's okay to have anxiety, but it's not okay to feed into it. It's just so important while you take this course. I hope you're enjoying your year, and I hope this goes really well for you. And yeah, I hope this advice helped you.